video to go with the songs that you've learned to love so well. This calls for a passage. Both men and women feel the change in the early relationship and hunger nostalgically for its original pattern as life goes on and becomes more complicated.
Not that passage.
What happened to the church too? That church too has always been a great centering force for women. Besides 5020.
That's right.
With that, the words of Travis McGee. Travis McGee still in Cedar Key. That's what old John McDonald said. My rendezvous so long overdue with all of the things I've sung and I've read. They still apply to me. They all make sense in time. But now I'm incommunicado, driving by myself down a road with a hole in it. Songs with no vibrato. I'm taking a long way home. Now on the day that John Wayne died, I found myself on the Continental Divide. Where do I go from here? I think I'll drive in the Landfill and I'll have a few beers. Think the Red River or Liberty Valleys. Can't believe the old man's gone. But now he's incommunicado, leaving such a hole in a world that believed in life with such bravado, was taking the right way home. So when I finished that last line, I put the book by itself on the shelf with my heart in it, never wasting time, taking the right way home. You know I'm never wasting time, taking the right way home. Now I am incommunicado. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask the Wilk to join me. Wilk, would you join me?
Sure. Just a moment.
That before me.
Well, it's true. I'm joining you here in just a second. Hi. Back to Nyland banjo here. Okay.
every time I see that Greyhound bustin' down the line. Makes me wish I talked much more to you when we had all that time. This is only wishing, and I know it's nothing more. So I'm never going back, never going back, never going back out of Nashville anymore.
Not bad, Ronnie G. Oh, hi. We're back.
You're back. I'm back.
Oh, yeah, you're back over there. I'm over. I guess I've returned here. As you can tell from the speed of that return, that exit was fraudulent. As we travel down our little musical history lane, I'd like to do a song for you that might titillate your memory glands somewhat. That's memory glands. And do a song that I wrote a long time ago. Sometimes I know it. How many girls choose cotton dress worlds when they could have satins and lace? Stand by their man, never once letting shame touch their face. How many hearts could live through all the winters we've known and still not grow cold? True love travels on the gravel road. And love is a stranger, and hearts are in danger of a true love made of stone. True love travels on the gravel road. Down through the years, we've had hard times and tears, but they've only helped our love grow. And we'll stay together no matter how strong the wind blows. Not once have I seen her blue eyes filled with envy or stray from the one that you hold. True love travels on a gravel road. And love is a stranger, and hearts are in danger of a true love made of stone. True love travels on a gravel, yes, true love travels on a gravel, yes, true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah.
It's on.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. You can tell this is a homegrown tape. You are taller than I am, okay. All right. Texas, where there is a town that's known by all the world around as the town where Lily came, and Langtree is its name. The lawyer was Judge Roy Bean, black his heart and dirty mean, the hanging judge's name. His hanging tree is shame. He loved Lily Langtree, lovely Lily Langtree, beautiful Miss Lily. Lily Langtree was her name. Oh, how he longed to meet her, ready he was to greet her, and softly Lily's face, his every warm embrace. And one day a coach come a-riding, high-stepping stallions guiding at the stroke of noon. It stopped at his saloon, all for Lily Langtree, lovely Lily Langtree, beautiful Miss Lily. Lily Langtree was her name. Texas, where they tell this story, they tell of its day of glory, the day Miss Lily came. They say he spoke her name, but on the day that she lay dying, softly lips were sighing, 'tis better to die like this. Oh, you know what? I forgot a whole verse.
Which one?
What's wrong with this picture, kids? We'll start at the verse that I left off.
Okay.
Now you see, she just gotten off the coach, and she come to see Judge Roy Bean.
What was her name?
Lily Langtree.
Like the song.
Huh?
Like the song.
Like the song, yeah, that we're doing. But see, I forgot the verse, which is not uncommon in a man of my years.
See, I don't know the words, so I didn't know you missed it.
I purposely have seen. Well, yes. After all the years we've sung together, I made sure that you didn't know the words to this, because you might do it better than I do. Well,
do you have it now?
Oh yeah, but I'm going to straighten them out.
Oh.
Okay. Well, what's happened is that Lily Langtree, you see, has been corresponding across the great waters, if you'll remember.
The correspondence suit.
Yes, the correspondence suit. And she has this thing for Judge Roy Bean, and he's got this thing for her, and they're both in the limelight, as you see.
I knew that.
See. Well, where's it said in there?
I'm very fond of the old...
Yeah, well, that's it, yeah. That book, of course, is not available at your local supermarket. So she comes to town, you see, she sells all of her worldly possessions, her coaches and her servants. She sells her servants, of course.
Sold her servants.
Yeah, and across the big water, across the sea. And comes to Langtree, Texas. Of course, at that time it was Bean, Texas. It's a question of billing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you imagine?
I think so. I think, yes.
Yes, and Judge Roy Bean was the king of the hill there, and then she came, and of course it was the king and the queen, and she won out, and it finally became...
She was the only show in town there for a while.
Well, that's right.
Lived in the opera house.
Yeah, except for Barney, who swept up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's a fact.
He doesn't own any land there anymore.
Barney?
No. No. They sold it right out from underneath him. Isn't that a shame? As he swept it up and away it went. That's how small the town was. It swept it away.
Small town.
It
carpeted the whole thing.
Certainly, yeah, it certainly was. So,
outside the Thunderbug.
yeah, right on La Cienega.
Waiting for change.
Yeah, exactly. So what's happened here is now, now that we've tried to cover up my obvious error, and of course he plays right along with it, she's got to town and she just dismounted from the stage and... Of that movie with the drunk horse and Lee Marvin?
No.
Oh, okay. Did to me. Now, keeping in mind that she is just singing for the first time. She smiled at him so sweetly, kissed his cheek so neatly, and back she quickly swept. When up Joe Rio stepped, the drunken gunman's eyes were gleaming. Last he heard was Lily screaming, "That's the judge's law." But faster still his draw. All for Lily Langtree, lovely Lily Langtree, beautiful Miss Lee. Lily Langtree was her name. Texas, where they tell the story, tell of its day of glory, the day Miss Lily came. They say he spoke her name, and on the day that he lay dying, softly his lips were sighing, "'Tis better to die like this, knowing the lily's kiss." Beautiful Miss Lee. Lily Langtree was her name. Yeah. The story of Lily Langtree.
It was a nice recovery, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I didn't even know you missed a verse.
Well, I did, and I'm terribly embarrassed about it.
It was a story.
It was a story. You know what really hurts? It's when you blow your own song.
Okay.
That'll be filmed.
Let me hope a favorite of yours. Or favorite of yours and I hope a favorite of ours.
Yeah.
Story in the San Francisco Chronicle that of course I forgot to say it, but it's about a lady who lived in the good old days when a century was born and a century had died. And about these good old days, the lady replied, "We were just a lot of people doing the best we could." Then the lady exclaimed, "Yeah, we did it pretty up and walking good," exclaimed. What about the little boys in the old photographs?
What about them?
I mean, boys, hell, they were men. They stood knee deep in that Johnstown mud.
They came out of the closet.
Came out of the closet during the time of a terrible flood. They listened to the water. That awful noise. And then they just threw away the dreams belong to little boys. And the sun is going down for Mr. Bowie as he's singing with his class of 19 he's singing, oh, mother country, I do love you. Now, I knew a man named E.A. Stewart. He spelled it S-T-U-A-R-T. And he owned some of the finest horses I know I've ever seen. And he had one favorite. She was a champion. And he called her Sweetheart on Parade. And she was easily the finest horse the good Lord had ever made. Old E.A. Stewart, he was going blind. They told the boys around the tack room one day, he says, boys around the tack room one day, before I go, I'm going to ride her stone blind.
Or stoned.
Whatever the case was, word passed around. And from the many hills, people came from miles around. And they gathered round the ring, and nobody made a word of a sound of anything. They were quiet. But they're opening the gates back there. Yeah, here they come. It's the old campaigner and E.A. Stewart in the wagon right behind. Would you look at her? Oh, she never looked finer. No, never better than today. And old E.A. Stewart was sitting straight and proud and driving her stone blind. And the people cheered. I even saw a grown man break down and cry.
I just can't.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't say the article.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was just a little while later. It was just a little while later that old E.A. Stewart died. And the sun is going down for Mr. Bowie as he's singing with his class of 19-2. He's singing, oh, mother country, I do love you. Oh, mother country, I do love you. There were these 3 bears. Mommy bear, Daddy bear, and AJ bear.
Alright.
And one day, Mommy made some spaghetti. It was too hot for anybody to eat. So they decided to go to the airport and see some airplanes and helicopters and trucks. And in the meantime, Goldilocks came by and knocked on the door. Nobody answered. So she knocked again. And still nobody answered. So she walked in. She went up to the spaghetti and she tried Daddy's and it was too hot still. And she tried Mommy Bear's and it had cooled down tremendously. It was too cold for human consumption. But she walked up to AJ's Getty and it was just right and ate it all up. Gave her tremendous heartburn. She decided to sit down and watch some TV. She watched Daddy's TV, but it was too big. And she went in the kitchen, she watched Mommy's TV, but it was too little. And she went in AJ's room, watched his TV, and it was just right. And she fell asleep. Now, pretty soon, the 3 bears come back from the airport. And they walk up to the door, and Daddy Bear goes, and Mommy Bear says, "Why are you knocking, Daddy Bear? We live here." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, okay." And Lily walks in. And they walk up, they're ready to eat their spaghetti right now, but Daddy's looks down and says, "Hey, somebody's been messing with my spaghetti." And Mommy Bear says, "Eat it anyway." But then AJ Bear says, "Hey, mine's all gone." And everybody looked and go, "Uh-oh, we're gonna dust for fingerprints." Then they decide, well, if anybody ate Mama's spaghetti, you're going to have heartburn. They're going to have to sit down and watch TV or something. So they look first in Daddy's TV, and somebody definitely been watching because it was still left on. And so they look at Mommy's TV, and yeah, somebody been watching because somebody left it on to MTV. And then they walk into AJ Bear's room, and sure enough, his TV is on, and there's Goldilocks. And she wakes up, and she's surprised, they're surprised, but they made friends, and said, anytime you're lost in Reseda, you can stop in, and they gave a ride home, and everybody lived happy ever after.
Nicely done.
Good story.
Occupation's just not around. I feel like I've drowned. Get drunk uptown. I feel like I've drowned, but I won't wear a frown.
wondering what this banjo has been sitting here for all afternoon.
All hidden in the plant, disguised as a plant.
With a long neck, and not a beer bottle, but a long neck banjo. Let's get Cecil B. DeWitt.
Well, now we're going to... Our cameraman just left. Have a good time. Our camerawoman just left. What does this mean?
What? She turned it on left?
We're on our own?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Well, shades of the past again. Here we go.
Another Saturday at 5020. You'll have to take my word, because by the time you see this, it could be Wednesday. But it brought to mind a song that goes something like this. I guess it goes exactly like this.
Yeah.
No, it goes something like this. sweet one, your Oldsmobile, barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. You got paid on Friday, pockets are jingling, you see the lights, get all tingling 'cause you're cruising with a six-pack, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Is it the crack of the blue balls, neon buzzing, telephones ringing, and it's your second cousin, the barmaid smiling, the corner of her eye, the magic of the melancholy tear in your eye makes it kind of special. Down in the core, dreaming of all our Saturdays that came before and found you stumbling. You're stumbling onto the heart of Saturday night. Is it the crack of the blue balls, neon buzzing, telephones ringing, and it's your second cousin, the barmaid who's smiling from the corner of her eye, the magic of the melancholy tear in your eye makes it kind of special. Down in the core, thinking of all the Saturdays that came before and it's found you stumbling. You're stumbling on the heart of Saturday night. Well, yeah, you gassed her up and you're behind the wheel, arm around your sweet one, your Oldsmobile, barreling around the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Then you comb your hair, brush your teeth, trying to wipe out every trace of all the other days in the week. This'll be the one day I'll be reaching your peak, stopping on red, going on the green. Tonight'll be like nothing you've ever seen, and you're barely down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. You're stumbling on the heart of Saturday night. Sing do the song.
Others say I'm no good, but I'm just a natural born traveling man, doing what I think I should. Oh boy, doing what I think I should. And I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar, spend it fast as I can, or a waiting song and a good guitar. The only things that I understand, oh boy, the only things that I understand. When I was a little baby, my mama said, hey son, travel where you will and grow to be a man. Sing what must be sung, oh boy, sing what must be sung. And I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar, spend it fast as I can, on a wailing song and a good guitar. The only things that I understand, oh boy, the only things that I understand. And now that I'm a grown man, I've traveled here and there, I've learned that a bottle of brandy and a song, the only ones who'll ever care, oh boy, the only ones who'll ever care. And the only things that I understand. And I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar, slick as fast as I can, or a wailing song and a good guitar. The only things that I understand, oh boy, the only things that I understand. The only things that I understand, oh boy, the only things that I understand. Keep going. The only things that I understand, oh boy, the only things that I understand. Thank you for putting up with this
This
the whole
madness
movie.
here.
Yes,
Madness, I think.
and madness is quite appropriate. We've had a good time. Have you ever stared at a black hole before?
No.
No. Well, you are now.
You're very, you know, it brings out a fun thing in you.
What is that?
Ham.
Ham. Yes, it does. So la la da 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 da.
Happy trail
To you until we meet. No. Well, we're going to do one last song here, and would you like to dedicate this? I think.
Yes, I want to dedicate it to my family and all the ships at sea. No, AJ and Beth and the little squeezer, because this is March 7th, 1987. You're not supposed to say that because then they can date the tape, you know, and they say, well, that was your early days, or that was your over the hill days, or something like that. But I have to do that because we have a child that's on its way, and she's not due. Notice that she, okay, is not due until June.
Yes, your wife is not due until when?
Until June. So.
My last set of bills wasn't due until last June either. Oh, no, this June. Oh, I see. Right.
So, Early Morning Rain is the song, and I want to dedicate it to AJ, Beth, and...
Should we start picking up furniture? Got me down. It's no earthly good to me, but I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. Can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I press me on my way. lonely soul in the early morning rain with no place to go. Out on runway number 9, big 707 said to go. This old airport's got me down. It's no earthly good to me, but I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. Can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I press me on my way the early morning rain. So I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain.
Thank you.
Good night.